welcome back to the channel. I once applied paint matching vinyl wrap to my door handles last summer, and it was great. However, I peeled it off because one of them I didn't install properly, and it started peeling off after about a couple months. So I just peeled them all off because I didn't have time to reinstall it. And the winter came, I just never bothered putting any more on. I find it easier to install vinyl wrap in warmer temperatures, and I didn't have a garage over the winter time. Now the temperature is so much better. I am reapplying the paint matching vinyl wrap. Now when I say paint matching, I don't mean the exact color as far as code numbers and paint numbers, but what I mean is the closest I could find visually. The closest for my Red Hot 2 2016 Chevy SS, the one I could find that matched the closest based on other people's experiences is from a company called Metro Restyling. This is the package it came in. I will put the link below in the description of this YouTube video, so make sure you click on that if you have the same Red Hot 2 paint work like my SS. That's the one I use, and I'll show you the results now and go from there. All right, so here's the result. As you can see, the paint match is pretty good. This is the passenger side. So I do cover the chrome buttons. I've always done that. Even when I had black vinyl, I covered it also. I just didn't see the point of cutting it out. And it looks clean. At least for what my taste, it looks fine. As you can see, I just let it overlap just a little bit here. The other side of the door handle at the end. So not the most professional install, but looks good and clean enough for my tastes. And nobody really complains. So there you go, that's what it looks like from a distance in the sun. All right, let's go do the other side. So here's the vinyl. Basic tools I'm using. It's just those, I don't even know what you call these things. Well, these, you can get this as a kit, or parts of it as a kit at Amazon. They call this the little chiseler. Not sure what they call this. And then of course I use a Vivid blade to cut the vinyl, to trim the vinyl. It's got multiple blades. As they get dull, you can just cut through, cut off and move on to the next blade. So I'm just gonna peel off one strip. I pre-cut this. It doesn't come cut like this in the package. I just cut it with a pair of scissors, knowing that it's about how much I need to work with. So this is going to be the harder one, which is the door handle drive side, because of this keyhole here. So what I like to do is I just like to start with the overlap and just cover and stretch around the entire door handle. Just like that. And I just look for areas to stretch out any bubbles. I try and get as flat as possible. And yes, I do go over the keyhole completely, just like that, flush. I don't press into the keyhole quite yet. I just take the soft edge of this this tool, and just kind of start pushing it into the crevices as best as I can. Start looking for those bubbles, the air pockets. And I just use this to smooth anything over that looks like it's gonna bubble up. It looks like I stretch it out over this door handle pretty good. Doing the door handles are really easy. This is like the third time I've done it. What I'll do is I'll trim the excess very so carefully so as not to cut the paint. So what I do is I cut this, aim the blade this way, away from the car. I could just take a pair of scissors, a lot easier, but I don't have the scissors with me, so. Just gotta be careful with the paint. Takes a good steady hand. Then I'll just take my fingertip and start overlapping this over the little chrome piece at the end. While I'm waiting for that to kind of settle in, I'll get to work on the next piece here. Now the trick here is to line it up with the chrome. So there's a little bit of overlap that you can push it over and cover some of that chrome later. Then I just pull and I stretch. So I lift it. So it's really easy. You just, if you ever get a wrinkle, you just lift and then stretch and pull and then press. That's when this thing comes in handy, right here. Alright, and I just take this soft edge here. It's a nice cloth soft material, which is nice, so it doesn't ruin the surface of the vinyl. And yes, that is the GoPro clipped to my ball cap. What's up, guys? Alright, so I'm going to trim this excess, get it out of the way. It's the paint. Just be careful, keep the blade away from the paint. It's just a basic heat gun you can find at any hardware store. This is an Ace brand, Ace hardware store, works great. I'll just take this heat gun, do it at low setting. And I'll just start warming it up just a little bit. You don't need to do this for a long period of time at all. Do the same on here. So what I'm doing now is I'm kind of giving it a relief, not a relief cut, but this is a sharper edge, but it's still dull, doesn't cut through it. I'm just kind of shaping the curve around the edges of the chrome piece. I'll go ahead and take my blade. Looks like these corners are going to peel off. So, gotta cut that. There we go. That's the basic premise of getting this done. Just kind of smooth out the edges. This part here is the hardest, is at the end, because it gets all wrinkly and it's not the easiest, smoothest cut. Again, just as a disclaimer, I'm not a professional. Corner here is a pain. And just carefully, slowly peel, just in case you miss a spot you don't want to peel and suddenly realize your piece is still connected to the part that you don't want to cut off. Especially around the corners here. Yeah, not the greatest job in the world, but yeah, you'll kind of learn as you go, right? Alright, as you guys can see, I just cut out the indentation, the spot where the key would go. In the event you had to stick the key in the keyhole, you can. There you go. Not the cleanest cut, but I may redo that in the future, but for now, that is satisfactory. A little heat gun helps make it a little more pliable. In some ways, it also reveals some of the mistakes you made because it shrinks the vinyl, then snaps back into place and shows you where you might still have an air bubble or a wrinkle, or where it's not sticking. There you have it, folks. That is how I install vinyl wrap to my chrome door handles that's close to the paint match. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. Let me know of your experience when it comes to vinyl wrap. Any best practices you can share with our viewers would be greatly appreciated. Hope to see you on the next one. Take care.